This is why we teach. This is why we do what we do. Look at those faces, children who love to learn. This is what keeps me going. Messages from SSP teachers saying the satisfying moment when I say to my class, Year 3, we're doing SSP, and they say yes! These are the messages I get from teachers when I'm feeling like giving up. I'm feeling like I just can't stand being bullied for one more day. Why am I doing this? Why am I sharing my ideas, my expertise? Why am I being questioned? SSP covers the Big Six for reading, but it's not just that, it's a whole Phase 2 routine, every strand of the English curriculum for teachers planned out, fully supported. Now we know that teachers don't overly use research in classrooms. One of the reasons is that it's constantly changing. One minute we're told to use reading recovery, the next minute we're not. The research advice and even just the advice we get from those above who generally aren't in classrooms keeps changing. I mean, one minute we've got an L3 program being rolled across New South Wales costing millions, and the next apparently now it's scrapped. So it's very difficult for teachers to keep up. Research programs, they come and go, and we're still there in the classroom getting on with the job. And actually I think we would do the job a heck of a lot better if a lot of people really just left us alone. But two things I just want to point out. First of all, the sort of the logical approach for teaching reading, which is really the Big Six, knowing that we need to make sure every child has good oral language. Every child has phonemic awareness, which is the specific element of phonological awareness that is specific for reading and spelling, that actually allows children to be able to learn phonics, which is essential and needs to be learnt by the children systematically in meaningful context, but it needs to take a scaffolded approach. We need to make sure they're decoding with fluency and comprehension, that they've got good understanding of vocab. So I call it the Super Six because we've just supercharged the Big Six really, but the Big Six is just logical. But the big issue that we have with research is that research papers are often hard to read. But as you'll know, if you read this particular research study led by John Hattie, the big issue that we have for us teachers is actually putting into practice, actually knowing, okay, that's great, that's the research, but how do I do it? And can I do it in a way that doesn't make me feel like a robot reading somebody's script or what have you? How can I do it in a way that feels great for me as well, so I'm personally fulfilled? And so what I've done as a real teacher is I've said, well, I know the research, so I share the research and I share how to implement it. I just have a few thoughts that I want to share with you though about phonics. I do argue with a lot of people who are pushing for synthetic phonics. Have a close look at the research. Phonics is taught systematically. It does not need to be synthetic. And there are just two choices, synthetic or analytic. We can choose linguistic phonics, and if you want to learn more about linguistic phonics, please do ask an SSP teacher or SSP students. They'll tell you all about it. They love it. I'm a teacher. I understand phonics needs to be taught, but it's a means to an end, and I want it doing as quickly and easily as possible because this is what I want for the children. And I've actually found that the vast majority of teachers that I speak to want the children to get to this as quickly as possible. This is the bit they're really interested in, not really the phonics. They understand its importance, but they want the children to read for pleasure. That's why they hold on to a lot of whole language techniques and whatever, because they don't want this robotic, boring, out of context phonics teaching. And a lot of phonics programs are like that. So what I've said is you don't have to choose. You don't have to choose if you're a phonics teacher
or a whole language teacher. You don't. You shouldn't. We teach children in the way they best learn. And we know that that means we do have to teach phonics. I've shown teachers how to do it quickly and easily, but look at the things that I write. These are written for children. Look at things that are written by non-teachers. They're boring. My things have pants on heads and boys spitting pips and what have you. I'm a real teacher who loves kids. So if you want a middle ground, if you want an alternative, if you want to know how to teach phonics, but also hold on to that beautiful, rich storytelling, get on to SSP, the SSP website, speechsoundpics.com, and speak to an SSP teacher. The best experts are teachers.
Now I'm running workshops. I'm doing one full day of training and a variety of short workshops for early years teachers, for parents, and also for teachers of grade 2 to 7 who are interested in really getting their students excited about spelling, speeding up their decoding fluency so that they can really focus on fantastic comprehension and visualization techniques and what have you. I'll just give you tips and advice to enhance your current practice on a budget. Hope to see you soon. October, go to speechsoundpics.com, scroll down the training page, there's lots on, it's not just for the early years, and I really do hope to see you soon. We've got to do something about getting every Aussie reading for pleasure quickly and easily, but we've got to do this together collaboratively. We cannot do this alone.